Right people, good morning. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, good morning anyway people. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Oh, this dog is a nightmare. Can't let me make my video better. Right, good morning people. So recently I've been getting a lot of comments on my videos about doing the Wainwright Outlying Fells. Been looking into it for the past probably 18 months since finishing the proper Wainwright, and I thought, you know what, why not? Give me an excuse to get back up here. And I've looked into it and it can be done in 34 routes. So the exact same website I was using for the Wainwright, the Walking Englishman, that website's got it broke down into 34 routes and there is 116 outliers. I had a good look into it over the last couple of weeks, so thought started this week. Obviously you can just see ahead, we adopted this dog a few weeks ago and this is a first outing in the mountains. But anyway, yeah, so looking at these routes, a lot of them are quite short, and today we're actually going to do two of the routes. This one is called Knipe Scar, and I don't know if you can see just down here, you can just see my car there parked up. You can see a farm there and it's just on the road. And this is Knipe Scar up here. It says it takes less than an hour. We're actually just going to do a short route today in Pooley Bridge, a couple of hours, as we've only had the dog a couple of weeks and don't really know her capabilities yet. So, but anyway, we were passing this on the motorway, so I thought I'll drive in here, get this boxed off in an hour and then carry on to Pooley Bridge. A few people have warned me about how boggy these routes are, and you can see straight away, absolute nightmare. Let's try and get through this one. So yeah, I think my car's going to be a write-off in a couple of hours anyway. You happy, mate? So for anyone wondering, since we've had her, obviously I take her out by man and living in a city, she's never normally this happy, even on the fields by ours. I don't know why she's this happy like. But yeah, anyway, we've actually just spoke to someone who's just walked up there then, and they said come this way, but this was the way the map was saying anyway. She said she went up the way she's just come down, but she said this is a well better way. She thinks there's a bit of a ridge line up there, so it'll be interesting to see. It actually looks alright apart from that boggy bit at the start. That was just an headache, that. I should have wore boots for this one. You can see my shoes already, my pants are soaked. But what you do? Starting to get a nice view over towards like Water Reservoir over there. If you'd watched me Wainwright videos, that one where I was in the snow, I think it was called the Swindale Round. I was over there somewhere, me done in the middle of winter. Actually got very worried about what was going to happen on that. Yeah, so we actually just turned in by Shap off the motorway. And I think by the looks of it I can carry on down this road back towards Penrith up to do the Pooley Bridge walk after this. That's actually quite nice. And yeah, you can see we're nearly at the top already. Only been walking about 15 minutes. What I did notice about these outliers, most of them seem to be at the start of the lakes. There's about 3 or 4 at the very back, but they're all singular walks. So I was thinking maybe do them all in one day, just drive to the next one, as they're only like an hour each. I think there's a couple of like 17 milers on this, but they're still not like the original Wainwright where you're doing 10-hour days. There's nothing like that. So you can just see here, this is where Knipe Scar is, just over the top of that. I had a look at a picture last night and I could see that tree sticking out of the rocks. Just on 25 minutes as well, so it's a nice and quick one to start. A nice and easy one actually, apart from my feet are soaked like, but I'll put my shearskins on for the next walk. Yeah, it's like a plateau up here. Sheep absolutely everywhere. You actually look like a sheep, don't you, Bella? It's quite good off the lead, this dog. Comes back to you. Ah, look at them, nice feet there. It's nice up here, man, very nice. I know. Belter. So I think this is the summit here. Knipe Scar. Yeah, it's a big point. Knipe Scar, 342 metres. First outlying fell, 115 left. But yeah, man, it is actually a belter up here. Where did we actually park? Oh, so you can see the farm here. That's where we're parked, just on the roadside. And we've just come up here. Good one to start the Outlying Fells. I'm actually very, very surprised at how good it is up here. How good are them views, man? And I know it's not massive or anything, but can't complain. And there's me thinking no one does the outliers. There's about 10 people down there on the way up with dogs. Nice short and sweet one, that one. The woman I spoke to had suggested going down a ridge and back down, but it's quite far away, to be honest. It's quite a bit of a walk to come back on yourself. And yeah, I want to head on to Pooley Bridge in a minute after here, which is about 25-30 minutes away, and get a good parking spot to do the 2 outliers there. But yeah, anyway, do you know what? When I was walking through the bog at the start, I was like, what am I wasting my time for here? But you know, very surprised at how good this one is to start. I'm not actually doing these in any particular order. All it was today was, obviously I've only had the dog for a couple of weeks, and obviously taking it out by my house and stuff like that. I don't know what she's capable of on, like, well, these are hills, like, but even just the mountains in general. So just wanted to do a couple of short ones. And yeah, we're gonna head back down and then head to the next couple, which will be on the next video. You loon. Yeah, and for anyone wondering what type of dog it is, it's a Spanish water dog, and I'll go into detail on another video of how I ended up with her. I'll probably take a wild camper in the next couple of months, just seeing how she is at the moment, like, before I start doing anything with her like that. But she's 6, so she's like a middle-aged dog, but she's quite obedient. Well, it's a very obedient dog, and it always comes back to you. That's why I just let her off the lead. And I know there's sheep around and stuff like that, but she doesn't go near any other animals, so obviously I keep an eye on her. But yeah, you can just see, she just gets on with it. Come on, mate. I was actually reading the forecast for this morning, the mountain weather information, and it said 20% chance of cloud-free summits, but obviously that's on higher mountains. Yeah, when we were driving in this morning, the motorway was shrouded in mist. I was thinking I don't want to start them off to a bad one with no view. I've done that too many times in the Wainwrights, but the sun's just poking through the clouds, and yeah, it's saying it's going to be nice for the rest of the day, so can't complain. And a nice little start to the outliers. This dog's mad. See a couple of houses over there as well. I actually see in the background the bigger mountains are actually clearing now. Probably a good day for anyone who's actually out today. So we've actually just come a different way to back to the roadside. We just followed this woman because that other way was muddy. And looking at it here, you could have just parked there, to be honest, and went straight up. Probably shaved about 10 minutes off it, but yeah. Anyway, another little park up there. Actually better than the one I'm in, because the one I'm in is just a lot of water, and I've had to park on an angle, so I didn't stand in it all. But anyway, we're on the road, and the car's just up there. But yeah, anyway, I'll end this video here. So that's just under 2 miles, and it's going to be under an hour. So a nice and easy start to the outliers. I'm going to jump in the car now, and then I'm going to head up to the Pooley Bridge walk, which will be in next week's video. But yeah, as always, I'll throw a summary in this video of the walk and the parking. But I'll see you in the next video anyway. Right people, Knipe Scar, let's get into it. So if you search Knipe Scar Common on Google Maps, this is what comes up, and just below is where you park. And you can see here, there's a bit of like farmland and a couple of buildings. You pass through a gate and there's a good parking spot there. So here's where I actually parked, on the left there, in the sort of like lay-by thing. The only problem was, because it's been raining the last few weeks, it was flooded, and I had to park on a bit of an angle so I didn't step in it all.
as it was quite deep. There was actually a farmer working here and he didn't seem to mind me parking there. As you can see, there is a gate here, but it is listed as parking on the maps. What I would say after doing the route, I'd have probably parked further up the road, and I'll show you why. So when you actually zoom out, you can see there's where I parked and this is where I walked. But further up here, you can actually see a bit of a track coming off the route. And this is where I come off. And you can see here there's a lot of space to park. It is sort of a pull-in because it's a single track road, so a lot of cars come down the other way. There's quite a few of these on the way down just so you can get out the way. But we actually descended down and come off here. The only reason we did, because there was a woman ahead of us. She looked like she lived in the area and I just carried on following her, and it actually turned out this bit doesn't have a lot of bog and mud. And we actually just walked back down the road to the car, and later on we seen her carrying on walking down the road towards Shap, so I think she was a local, but it was definitely worth following her as it ends up being a lot better. You've got a few options to park anyway, it's nice and straightforward and you can't miss the fell as it's right in front of you. And here's my recorded track. As you can see here, P for parking, and the route had suggested we went this way and turn left up towards the summit. We actually seen someone here and we were talking to them, some lady. So she asked me which way I was going and I said I was going left here, and she said that was the best way. But she said she'd been up this way. It's a bit of a longer way, like. She said this way wasn't the best compared to the other side, as she's been up a few times. Might have lived in the area again. But that was the way the route was taking us anyway, so. But yeah, going up to the summit, it's a nice and easy path up there. Just gradual, between a lot of ferns. And as you can see, there's the summit of Knipe Scar, 342 metres. Ordnance Survey don't even list the parking there, weirdly. And it's always different, the types of maps on here. But yeah, Knipe Scar, 342. And there's a stone circle, some quarries. And the whole plateau is called Knipe Scar Common. But yeah, it really depends on what you want to do while you're up there. If you're just going for a bit of a longer day, there's plenty of routes up there, as you can see. You can just pick and choose while you're up there. I just go up to bag the Wainwright and then come back down. So I just look for the most efficient way, really. But yeah, as I say, when I was up there, you would have seen the views were fantastic. I had views over towards like Horswater in the background. You can see all the farms below. And although it's not massive, it's one of the best views I've seen in a while. I'd say that's better than probably 50% of the 214 Wainwrights, like the proper ones people do. And I was pleasantly surprised at how good this was. So I'm glad I actually done that one first. I'll be honest, when I actually started the route and I was walking through the bog, I was thinking, is this going to be a waste of time? Am I actually going to like these routes? But once I passed that and actually just cracked on, it was really good. The only thing I would say, a lot of people had warned me who'd done these that a lot of the routes are boggy, and as you would have seen from my pants and my shoes, so I think the Gore-Tex has actually failed on me Salua shoes, as I had wet feet after like 10 minutes. Luckily, I had a pair of sealskins in my car, which are waterproof socks, and I was going to do the Pooley Bridge walk later on, so they came in handy. Always worth having in your bag, so I'll probably wear boots for the rest of the routes from now on. Apart from that, do you know what, I can't complain. Great route to start, in my own opinion. And just a nice and easy short one. And as I said before, after we'd summited, we come off this way and we followed that lady, as I said, onto the road. Could easily start the route here, just park on the side there and just walk directly up. And you probably shave about 10-15 off the time. But a great route to start the Outlying Fells, in my own opinion. And as you can see here, 1.8 miles, time spent moving 50 minutes. And what time do we start? 9:06 in the morning. And we finished at 10:03, so it was 58 minutes. But as the website, the Walking Englishman, had suggested, an hour, which was right. 50 minutes moving time, so nice and easy one. And a nice and quick one to start the routes off. Not a lot of elevation, as it's only 342 metres, but still respectable like that one. And for anyone wondering where I get all this information from, here's the website, thewalkingenglishman.com. So this was the website I used for the original Wainwrights. All he'd done with the original Wainwrights was use the Stuart Marshall route, and he's just uploaded the GPX files into the website, and but it's very useful. So you can see here he's got every one of the outlying fells, the 116 pinpointed on the map. And again, you can see here he's broke them all down into 34 walks. You can see they're not massive, some 1.1 mile, one outlying fell. You know, what's the biggest one I can see on here? 17 miles. Southeast Windermere, 6 fells, but they're not massive amounts of ascent either. They're quite short, most of them, and there's a few big ones, but yeah, they're really good, to be honest, and not like the original Wainwright routes where you're doing 8, 9, 10 hour days, you know what I mean, and you're having to push for time and stuff like that, so you can actually just take it easy on these ones, which was actually a positive I thought from it. But anyway, nice, easy one to start the series off. Nice little hour, and then later on I went on to the Pooley Bridge walk and done that, but that'll be in another video as I'll break them down into 34 walks. If you click on the routes on the Walking Englishman website, the GPX files are actually listed on there. You can just load them up into your tracking app. I use Outdoor Active personally, and I just load them all into there. But what I would say, I always use these as a guide. As I'd mentioned here, I do follow it. I don't use it as like gospel to the T. So if I see something I don't like, I'll maybe take another way, or I don't always just use it to the T, because what I would say, some of the routes are drawn in straight lines and you'd end up going off path and stuff like that. So just use it as a guide. When I upload them in the description, you can always use mine if you want, as you can see what I've actually done or where I've went wrong and stuff like that. But yeah, great one to start the Outlying Fells. And as I say, I'll be doing these over the next few months. Who knows how long it's going to take, just depends on how much I can get out. But I was actually really surprised at how good that was. And let's hope the ones in the future are as good as that. But as always, people, everything can be linked in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.